I love technology. Ever since I was a kid, I've always loved being on camera. Hivyo ndivyo napenda hiyo nini. We are not know-it-alls. It's my personality on the internet. I love tech. People even 50 years are consuming the content that I am making, so I know it's impactful. Tech lover who loves to create content just because of how it started. I found a gap in the market, and what you're taught in business, when you find an opportunity, take it, run away with it. I love technology. Ever since I was a kid, I've always loved being on camera. We just blend a mix of those. And now my passion for technology, that's why I tell it from the heart. Yeah, I just love tech. So the process I use while creating content, mostly it's research. It's technology. We have the new technology coming in, that's AI. Definitely when I have a product, I have to use the product. Sometimes you will need to just find something else, like how many color variants are there? Is it the only phone using the same chipset? So you can ask AI such questions. Then this also informs how I script my video. So in terms of tools, so we have an AI tool. For me, I just go Google the whole ecosystem. I prefer Gemini's. We have Gemini just for my script and fact checking, because there's a lot of fact checking doing tech content. You just can't, yeah, I could have a phone with these specs, but the same phone in a different market has different specs. So I have to be careful which ones I'm actually recommending to my audience. Yeah, so tools, AI, then we have to post the content. We have something like Meta Business Suite. We have where you can plan your content, TikTok Studio as well. You can plan and it can automatically share your content when you are not around. It is a thin line between my personal content and my branded content, because I tried to merge the gap. Like I want to be Roy Kanyi, not Roy Kanyi one day is serious, Roy Kanyi the other day is a bit fun. No, it's my personality on the internet. I love tech. So when there's money put to a video, I try as much as possible to be honest, because people will put money to this product. People will purchase the thing that I'm talking about. So if it has a negative or it has a major default, I have to say it, but also how do you say it as well? You know, remember there's money put on this thing. You can't just go and say, this is the worst thing that I've ever reviewed. No, sometimes you also have to look at just way between. For example, if the phone overheats, I can't keep quiet about it. I need to tell the audience that this phone does overheat, but how do I put that statement? I will say, if you game a lot, let's say on this phone, or if you do a lot of multitasking on this phone, it will overheat maybe to this temperature. You see, I've said the truth, but I have not tarnished anyone's name. Hope that makes sense. I am living my dream right now. That's a bit strange to say, especially as a young person living in Kenya, Africa, because we are not yet there where someone can quit a full-time job like 9 to 5 and focus on something totally new, that's content creation. So yeah, I've gotten to a point where I can actually quit a 9 to 5 and focus on my passion and my goals and still have a living. So content imenisaidia kugrow, because I started it when I was in Moi University. I did statistics actually. Right now I'm doing technology. It's totally almost the same field. You statistics, a lot of coding. This one is just talking about the tech. So how it has helped me, I was able, using the skills I've acquired on TikTok, that is script writing, editing, telling a story, being confident on camera, how to set up lights, all this behind the scene action. Those are skills I've acquired through content creation. And again, it also made me get a job at a media house, that was KTN. Trust you me, I have not done journalism, but I did the interviews and passed. A myth about tech content creators would want to bust is that we are not know-it-alls, as in city everything technology pia tunajua. And again, I also want to caveat, I am not an expert, I am a creator. There's a difference between the two. You get someone coming in, yes, it's a techie question, but it's more from the anani consult kama expert. Unajua kuna ile when you're consulting which phone brand is best X, Y, and Z, that is okay. But when you come from a technical know-how ile unataka let's say nikusaidie kuhack into maybe 1, 2, 3. No, I can't do that. It's unethical. Okay, I can, but I can't. Mostly influenced by the world of tech. The world of tech is dynamic. There's something new coming up. Today we are talking about maybe transparent TVs. The other day we are talking about flying cars. Siku ingine kuna maybe retro tech that has come out. So it is what's happening in the tech field. Then from a Kenyan point of view, how do I disseminate that information venye inaweza ikieleweka na kila mtu? Because I also approach my content from a Kenyan point of view. Juu kuna vitu, yes, in the technology space, flying cars, but honestly, do we have that in Kenya right now? Maybe no, so I wouldn't put more effort maybe into that video. It could be just like, hi, did you know that they're actually flying cars, and that's it. But something that I know will come to the Kenyan market if we get the flying cars, now you would do the proper review. Barabara ya Ngong Road na Thika Road itaweza kupitia hii flying cars. Okay, zinapita kwa hewa though, but you get the point. Yeah. How do you set yourself apart? Tech is full of jargons. Not everyone understands the jargon. So how I am setting myself apart is trying to be as relatable as I can. Trying to break this information to almost chewable level. Like nakwambia, this is a smartwatch. What can a smartwatch do? Something like that. Or I'm also wearing 2 watches because I'm testing them. Now, here's where your personality maybe shines. Can you actually explain something to someone? Na aelewe, as I have mentioned, tech is full of, allow me use the word jargons, like technical stuff. But this technical stuff, ni very simple. It's just X and Y giving you Z. But how do you explain that X and Y in a way that someone can understand? So what I do mostly, either use AI to do more in-depth research, go on YouTube. These free resources that you could use. There's a lot of tools anyone can use. There was a phone brand that so many people asked questions about it. Like, hi, have you seen this new phone in the market? It's really cheap. It's copying a flagship phone. Can you maybe talk about it? You know, part of a creator is also to listen to your audience. So I was like, oh, let me purchase this product, get to see it, and would it be something that I could recommend? For the first time, I felt like I have never explicitly said, do not get something like this. But for the first time, I had to do it because it was more of security concerns. You know, this is a company that has come into Kenya. I don't know the regulations, but I use the phone, make a fingerprint in unlock. Anyone can unlock that phone with any fingerprint. M-Pesa, imagine the amount of money you could lose if you had the device. So yeah, it did bring a lot of unexpected reaction because unajua wa Kenya tu wanasema hiyo ndo tunataka. Wanataka kwenda kutesa kwa kijiji. But yeah, that was one that brought a lot of discussion. Then there was one that I would say put me on the map when I explained something as simple as, what does M-Pesa transaction code actually mean? The normal ones we see, TQDD, what do that mean? Is it random numbers? So I was like, the first one is the year, the second one is the month, go watch that video. One, I will sort of first of all start with impactful, is when I saw a kid in town staring at me. At first I was shocked. Huyu mtoto shida yake ni gani? Then I realized, okay, it's the starstruck in the kid. She was like, I've seen you on social media. I was like, oh, hi. So unaona ni mtoi, but the fact that anaweza ka recognize mtu on social media and like, I love what you do about technology, anapenda technology and stuff. So it's like, oh, that is really nice. If even a child is watching my content, that's awesome. My age group, I do get a lot of that. There was also a time I was going, ushago to some senior people, say 40-something years old. One person stopped me in the streets of Nyahururu and said, I bought this phone because of your video. I was, ngoja kidogo, you watch my videos? How? You know, I expected my videos only cover maybe what people would assume my age group, that is maybe between 18 and 30. But again, content does cut across. People even 50 years are consuming the content that I am making. So I know it's impactful. Always following the right people. You know, it's social media. You're not a jack of all trades. You won't know everything that's going on in the technology space. But the moment you follow the right people, or you just associate yourself with the right people, anytime they see a product, for example, in Kenya, we have creators like Duncans, Jesse. Anytime he talks about something, I'll be like, I have not heard about it, so I go research about the same. I have gained information, I've gained knowledge. So just following the right people, you get these resources. Not even people, blog posts, articles, websites, anything. Just associate with yourself with people who are doing the thing that you're doing. You'll always be up to date. What I wish someone told me when I was starting content creation is that this thing becomes a business. And at a point, you have to separate the business from the person. It's a thing that I didn't know. I've always had people say it. I've always had people say, yeah, take your breaks, take nini. But that point, it's as if it never hit home to a point where, ilianza kuni eat up mentally. You know, in the house, I'm like, I've quit my job so I could work even at night, in the morning. I didn't have discipline. Unajua kuna wakati you're working na kuna wakati you need to rest as a person. I didn't have the rest as a person, so I got exhausted. I got hizi vitu zote, started a lot of mental health thingies, but I was still consistent on social media. That was the thing, but now nimejiweza recollect, kujua enyewe, this is work, this is business. Separate the two. As a person, you don't also forget my personality is also the business. But how do I separate that personality, the business part? And wakati kijana tu ameenda sherehe, unajua kuna vitu staki vya kuchoma. Yeah. First up is just to expound the content base. I don't want it to just be videos. What else can we do? Kenya is a place where, as a creator, you have a shelf life, literally. Like 5 years, people are done with you. Nobody's listening to you. So within these years that I'm a bit relevant, how can I capitalize on them? Then how can we move forward? So with a management, which as a creator, I believe you really need, because you know, as a creator, you're a creative. Then when it gets to business, these things become serious. As in, pia you have to allow, kuna vitu pia hauelewi. So for me, I allowed myself the management to take over. Now with that, we're looking into things like social commerce, where you can go talk to people, like how can I educate, how can I impact this information about technology to the grassroots level. Kunadi, I'm thinking of maybe in future, huenda sasa mashinani, grassroots. You know, AI is becoming a thing, and this is something hatuachani nayo. Just the same way calculators came into existence. It's the same thing with the AI. So how do you make sure that even maybe the political times that you're getting into, watu hawataona AI images ama AI recorded videos na wana believe that this is actually real, yet it is maybe an AI generated content. So in future, future plans, kuna hizo tu diversifying, just getting out of social media, doing other things content related, including that social media as well, Joe. I still post photos. I've been told I'm a good model today. When you grow, the numbers grow as well. Mentally, let me speak it from a mental point of view, because that is something that has affected me. It gets to a point you think you're important. Okay, not important, but ni kiburi inaingia kwa kichwa. Things like how you used to live life in a change a bit kidogo. Your friends would also tell you like, hey, umechange, like what's up kitu kayo. But as a creator, unaona the humility, the humbleness, ukijijua, when you know yourself, you will live the right way. So just know yourself, know your purpose. Uko hapo hivyo on social media, maybe to entertain or to do content or educate or inform. But again, remember, you're also a person. Let that thing not eat you. It has happened twice to me. I thought the second time wouldn't happen. That is so recent. Yeah.
We're done.
We're done.
Yeah.